morning, everybody.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. Thank you, participants, and thank you, panelists, for joining today's session. On this lovely day, we have a wonderful panelists. Again, we are back with a set of three important panelists, with very interesting session. So today we are going to discuss about a topic called career and passion. And this panel series is presented by Shrishi Career Academy. Okay, so let's start with a small round of introduction to panelists. So here we have Devi Priya. She is an instructor, and recently she had as well published a book last December. So she is an aspiring author. We will learn more about her in the session, and we have Kavya here, Kavya Karthik. She's she pursued her study in interior designing, and she's interior designer, and she as well runs her own business for terracotta jewelry designing. So welcome, Kavya. So we have Alex. He's an actor, VJ, and a filmmaker, and he has touched with, like, he had tried a lot of different careers in the past, and like to pursue his passion. So we are very happy to welcome you all to this interesting panel series. So the first topic that we have today for our wonderful panelists is, why should you develop your passion? So if anybody wants to jump in and start, so please feel free to go on.
This silence for 10 seconds. Like, who wants to shoot first? I would like to go first.
Yeah, sure, please.
If you allow me. So, to live with, that's my first ever view to it. Like, if there's no passion, I think there's no life. Eventually, you'll create passion later, or you'll find it quite earlier. I've seen people creating passion from the year of 6, looking at a boxer, and I've seen people creating passion after 45 and still pursuing their career well. So I believe that I live with my passion, just to live with, mainly.
That's definitely agreed. David Priya had something to say, please.
Yes, I would like to go with Alex. And yes, as he said, people develop their passion at a very young age, or it can be in a middle age or after 40s. I would like to say I developed my passion for writing, for creative writing, of late, maybe a year ago. Maybe that's why that pushed me to write this book. Creative writing, I never knew that I am good at writing. I experimented myself, and I found out that my real passion, I find my happiness in writing, and that's how it provoked me to write a book. So that's what I would say. So it needn't be that you start your work at a very, I mean, you aspired for something at a very young age. Life is a journey, so you tend to keep discovering yourself. So you may not know at what age you tend to discover yourself. That's it.
So, like Ramya, if you ask me why is passion important, I would say passion is not important. Being happy, being able to do what makes you happy is important. So, if that happens to be your career, or career as well, and what to say, like, you're blessed. That's what.
Definitely, Kavya, I agree with you. So as Devi Priya said, she mentioned something like you keep discovering something new, so which makes you happy. So
Yes.
I think
and like she said, it can happen at any age.
Yes. Yes, because when I was a kid, I aspired to become a civil service. I wanted to enter into finish off my UPSC exams and become an IAS officer. So I thought that my happiness was there in becoming an IAS officer. And you won't believe, from 2005 till 2015, I was behind it. uh, yes, though I did my literature, on the other side I gave my 100% for UPSC. But then the fact about UPSC is that entrance examinations or preliminary examinations are conducted mainly to eliminate people. Only a few people get selected, but that doesn't mean that those who get eliminated are unfit. Okay, so
Definitely.
yes, so it doesn't mean that what you want, if you couldn't become what you want, it doesn't mean that that's an end of the world. You still have chances to discover. I think Gandhiji discovered himself at the age of 40. So after he went to South Africa. Before that, he though he practiced his advocate job, his lawyer job, he wasn't so successful. So at the age of 45, only he discovered himself. So all of us, as in this journey of life, we can keep discovering ourselves and exploring ourselves and finding where your real happiness is. And if you find 100% happiness in what you do, I'm telling you that is your passion. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I
Definitely.
mean,
feel.
for me, it's like for 16 years, till 16, uh, even 20, I had no idea what to do. Like, not finding passion to do the like, இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப தூரம். I had no
Mhm.
clue what to do. My passion was to find எந்த DVD, எந்த VCD player set ஆகும். How can we convert CDs into that? That is, like, I had no clue what am I doing. But it finds you. That's what I found in my
Yeah,
life. That it finds
exactly.
you. It'll touch you. It'll come and tell you that this dude change ஆகிறதுக்கு டைம் வந்துச்சு dude வாங்க வேற ஏதாவது செய்யலாம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி நம்மளுக்கு ஏதோ நம்மளுக்கே
The-
நெத்தி தோணும். So then
Yeah.
yeah.
things happen, right?
So when that happens, you have to be ready to change. Yes. Like
Yeah,
you should not hold on to something like, no, I have to do, I have to come up with this. You should not hold on to things. No. Yes.
exactly.
It is not that you shouldn't be ambitious. Yes, you should be ambitious, but like when something is not, something is not is picked up, you should not give up. I mean, sorry, give up on yourself. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. After
Yeah,
time,
that is
everything will make
very,
sense, right? Everything
yes.
will make sense. Everything makes every count matters, and you find that everything is for a purpose. And then after that clear thought, you find better ambitions, better places. And you just try to do better things. What you wanted to, like, நம்ம 50 கொண்டு வச்சிருப்போம் 100 கொண்டு வச்சிருப்போம். Let's try 25 and then 50, and then if everything comes well, then you go to that. And then you break everything. You just try for 100. You get it or not. That way
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, definitely. I think all of you summarize something like very
Great.
important,
Audible?
like
No,
the
no.
same thing as in like the time spent discovering what you want, right? That's never
Yes.
wasted. That's
Yes.
never wasted. Like you should not give up on yourself for like exploring what you want or what your real
Yeah,
happiness lies in, you know? So
exactly.
this comes to our next question. Like how, like this is the realization about the passion that we were talking about, I guess. Like, so what makes you feel happy? Like how does that feel? When do you all felt that, like when you discovered your passion?
Uh, yes, I'll tell you. It's see, I tried many. I'm generally a very curious person, and I jump into something out of curiosity. So every time when I hear so many things, I'll think, okay, why don't I try it? Why don't I try this? But my real talent, I realized it only during the lockdown season of 2020. Yes, of course, being an administrator, my office, my seniors gave me a lot of job work related to writing the prospectus or something. So okay, I thought, okay, when I can use so many adjectives for making the courses I work in I work with MGR University. I'm also a part of the admissions team. So because I belong to the English department, my boss always feels that I can give good writing. and he has never lost his hopes on me, and he keeps pushing me, come on ma'am, you can give good writing. So that's how I started writing, and I discovered that I can really do it well. And the description style that I have is a little unique. So I just tried writing a book, and when I wrote my first chapter, I I really, and I gave it to my friends. I asked them to read it, and I wanted them if they can understand what I have written. They said, Devi, செம்மையா இருக்கு, கண்டிப்பா you have to publish it. So from that only I got the idea, okay, I can really do it. So I was able to pick curiosity, I mean make my friends curious as what is next gonna happen. That was the point. When you write something, it's, see, writing a book is not an easy thing, because first of all, most of the people, they don't get their interest to read something. These days you have so many other entertainment opportunities, you can view everything, but so many, nobody will waste their time on reading it. But when you read it, when you are able to, when the writer is able to describe something, and when the readers are able to imagine it, I think that is a success. So I
Definitely.
feel that I'm successful in that way. I'm able to give pleasure making people imagine. That's it.
Yeah, to make the people happy the same way that you are happy pursuing your passion. Yes,
Yes,
and
yes,
here you mentioned some one of the important topic, like mentoring is more important. You know, you have to be ready for the change, and there should be someone to push you from behind, to give you a
yes,
little push that you have
yes.
to. So who was that little bit push in your life, Kavya? Like so, or you can as well tell about like how it felt to find your passion.
Yeah, like so initially my action, I don't know. It is not one single person who keeps pulling me. It is always not what to say, like it is always everybody. Yes. So like first initially I didn't want to be a civil engineer. I didn't want to be an interior designer, or when I went during my school days. Yes. But then like it was my father's decision to do civil engineering. But like progress, I mean, in the progress, I came to learn that I myself was very much interested in the field. Like I saw myself like every construction site, it keeps pulling me. Like when I travel on road, any if there's any small construction site, no, I find myself like going and standing there watching things, what is going on. So like after some point of time, I came to figure out that yes, this is what I wanted to do in my life. Like this,
So the
that
building
was
spoke to you.
yeah.
Okay.
So like yes, like it's not a cakewalk. Yes. So like,
Okay.
and as a girl, like I had to take a break in between for the personal reasons. Yes, like, and during that break time, I had other options also. Like I was preparing for some government exams and all, but my thoughts, it went back to the construction or the interior designing. Like every designing site, every beautiful picture of a house, it kept pulling me all the time. So like after some point of time, while I was preparing for the exam and thing and all, I realized that no, this is not what I wanted to do. Like it didn't keep me happy. That is what that is the realization. No, it is not keeping me happy. So I would say like passion, it need not pay you.
Yeah.
No, you can all you cannot always create revenue through passion. Yes.
Yeah.
So I thought like no, creating revenue is not what I wanted to do. Like I want to be happy. So I thought, and like the pulling factor, I mean like pushing factor is one. Another thing is my husband. He kept telling me like, no, you're not happy when you're studying. No, you're not happy with what you're, or like even raising the child, everything. No, that didn't keep me happy. Even though my patient is not paying me enough, but I'm happy now. No, that's how I realized.
Understandable, definitely. It's not like you found passion in almost everything, but like uh, there was somebody to as well like give you a little push, saying that okay, you should not settle, you're not happy with what you're doing
Yeah,
right now.
See, yes.
So
sometimes no, people who are very close to us will realize how we are.
yes, even
Yes.
even though we don't realize what's going on with us, yes, definitely they do. And Alex, who was this mentor, or like who was this little push from your end, like, and how did you feel that when you discovered your passion?
Mine is a weird scenario, I would say. I would say my parents, my mother and father, they were like very friendly to me. Uh, I didn't had an opportunity to live with them from the starting, so I had to be the other ways, hostels and so there's always a connection. அப்ப ரொம்ப தூரத்துல இருந்துட்டு அப்போ பார்த்தா there'll be some
Yes.
like pass of கொட்டுவாங்க தெரியுமா அந்த மாதிரி that's the way we lived all the life. So அவங்க புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டாங்க இது இவனுக்கு வேற எதுவும் வராது இதுல வேற ஏதாவது செய்ய வைக்கணும். ஸோ வாட் எவர் இஸ் ஆஸ்கிங் ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு அந்த ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி ஏற்படுத்தி கொடுப்போம். அதே பெரிய வரம் இல்லையா? வாட் எவர்
Yes.
ஐம் ட்ரைங் டு டூ.
Definitely.
நம்மளே கன்ஃபியூஸா இருப்போம் ஃப்ரம் டீனேஜ் டு some time till the teenage ends. You still feel teenage, this teenagers
Yes.
effect, post teenagers
Yes.
effect, right? So you just have confused mind state and finding out all the bullshits to get into your mind, not thinking about the career. So அந்த அந்த ஸ்பேஸ்ல வந்து யாராவது ஒருத்தர் எடுத்து சொல்றாங்க இல்லையா? So that was kind of a mentorship for me. அதுவும் அம்மாவும் அப்பாவும் that's a blessing for me. Yeah.
Yeah, your parents really gave a room to understand, like, okay, what you need and like what's your passion. So that's definitely needed. That's one of the few things that at least like a lot of people doesn't have in their childhood. So this
Yeah.
room or the space to explore themselves, to discover themselves,
Exactly.
they are pressurized more. That's as well there. So Kavya covered one of the important topics, like uh, your passion doesn't always pay you well. So like on this kind of
Yeah.
times, how do you keep
That's true.
yourself running? How do you keep yourself running, Alex? So your passion might not always pay you well. So this kind of times, like, how do you keep your life running? So where do you find the motivation when it doesn't pay, or do you have any say on that?
See, that's the opening door for the next way of earning for us. Like எங்களுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி தான் ஒர்க் ஆச்சு. Cinema doesn't pay you well, though it looks attractive and though it looks like this pinch threeish, but that doesn't work in that way. Male actors, people who struggle, who are into the media for past 3 years, 4 years, everyone struggle.
Yeah.
Sorry for the disturbance.
No problem.
Hey,
So,
nothing.
So it's like பேமெண்ட் வெளிலலாம் கிடைக்காது. டீசெண்டா உங்களால சம்பாதிச்சுக்க முடியும். And then it shoots one day in one night and one project and one shot you change all overnight. You go to a heavy pay scale or else you don't work at all. Like you keep doing. So that made us think and do something else which has to work with, again, you said passion, right? ஒரு passion இருக்காதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். There'll be some different ways of passion. We have passion towards food, we have passion towards clothing. இப்போ கூட நம்மள யாருக்கு போய் ஷாப்பிங் பண்ணணும்னு சொன்னாலும் we'll have our own taste and we'll have our own taste to exhibit it, and same works for the food. So we chose food and we did barbecue, me and my wife. So we did uh, a corner kiosk kind of shop for barbecues, like without oil and whatever we wanted. எங்களுக்கு என்னன்னா நல்ல ஒரு வார்த்தை இருக்கும் இல்லையா, வக்கனையா சாப்பிடுறது. So whatever we felt was so good to eat, we wanted to produce it to the people. We gave steaks, boneless fishes for just $150. அந்த மாதிரி வேணும்னே we wanted to give it in that rate, and we wanted to break the chain of eating. Like if you go for steaks, you'll have to spend $500 or $400.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
அதில் ரோட் சைடுக்கும் வரும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி we wanted to break. That's where we explored that it's not one business, it's not one place you stop. You find new ways to balance your life in every other corner of your life. There'll be version 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna go pro some days, right?
Again, yeah, that's like again creativity. நான் என்ன சொல்றது, எனி பிசினஸ் எனிதிங் நியூ நம்ம பண்ணும்போ you should imply a lot of creativity. So there is creativity in that. Good. Of course. Yes. No, you please talk.
No,
Kavya.
what I felt was like, no, you finish it, I'll tell you.
Yeah, what I was telling is, of course, when you walk towards your journey through, I mean, எப்படி சொல்றது, இந்த towards your passion. Of course, you won't be paid, but then all of us, yeah, we won't be paid enough. But then that is just a temporary. That's just a phase. That's just a phase. But you will have to, and at that point only, you will need to be motivated. You shouldn't go dejected. Let me tell you, when I have a good experience with this UPSC, I was so crazy for it. I gave some attempts, some 3 or 4 attempts. I think 4 attempts. All the 4 attempts I couldn't clear. So all those 4 attempts, every attempt when I failed, though my teachers motivated me, one side being a woman, being a girl, and being born to old parents, I was like in a pressure that I had to get married. And another side, of course, from a middle class family, we need to support our family, because having been educated, it is our duty to go do earn and yes, for our obviously materialistic lifestyle, we do need this. But at one point, at one side, it's your ambition, your passion, your love for learning, your love for becoming a government officer. On the other side, you have so many pressures. I'm telling you honestly, I couldn't clear it, but I didn't feel that okay, it's the end of everything. I chose teaching just as a time pass to support myself. I thought, for my further attempts and for my further studies in UPSC, I thought I will earn and support myself. That's how I entered into teaching. then, then from there, I understood that teaching is everything, and I had to quit my UPSC life, because I felt that that was demotivating me. Every time I failed, I couldn't pass the examination. That dejected me, and loss of there. You tend to lose a lot of money in that. Your investment is all lost. So that's how. So I just put an end to it, and I decided that I'll carry forward with my career in teaching. And then that's how I started doing my MPhil, and now I'm doing my PhD. At that point, because I was little active, and I was very curious, that pushed me towards the management, towards the administration of the university. And yes, career doesn't give you much money, but then that's just a phase. You just push yourself, and if you find happiness in something, I think a lack of money is not a big deal. You will, even if you get 5 rupees, even if you earn 5 rupees, you will feel that that is something, that's a gift you have been receiving for your talent.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. See, recognition is more important. It's not easy that simply you can become a star overnight. It's not possible. You'll have to climb the stairs. That's what I feel.
I think that's something as Alex
Oh.
mentioned as well. Once you don't get paid, and then you have a high pay scale or recognition for something you did, and then you feel satisfied or happy. And Kavya, you wanted to say something
Yeah,
as well
what
about.
I feel is passion is something that you should be able to work day and night. I mean, it is not, it may pay you or it may not pay you, but you will always give your best. See, like Alex said, like he was able to give, I mean, he wanted to give food at a lower price. No? He knows the worth of his product, but then he is ready to give it for a lower price. That's not because he's not underestimating himself.
Yes.
It is because that is what that's how he finds his happiness. Yes.
Yes.
So that's a self realization. If you are able to do something, even if it is not going to pay you enough, it is not going to generate enough revenue, but if you are able, you willingly you want to do something, then that's a self realization that it's your passion. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's what I
Definitely.
wanted to say.
Yeah, I think what Devi Priya said was something very similar, that something she started as a
Yeah.
side hustle, and then she fell in love with what she was doing, and she continued doing it, And
yes,
so you should, the main important thing is that you should feel better about yourself when you do
Yeah.
something, and
yes,
it should not deject you. And
Yeah.
you
yes.
should,
And when
You
you yes
yes,
and
Kavya,
when
please.
you are actually passionate about something, and when you are really good in it, at one point of time there'll be definitely a breaking point, and after that, life will change. So that
Yes,
is what
yes,
is the magic with passion. Yes.
yes,
So
yes.
Yes.
You
Yes.
will not be forced to work, like you won't
uh,
be forced.
forced
That's
to work.
something that's there always.
And if you're obviously very good with it, like, it is definitely going to take you places. Yes.
Yes, yes, definitely.
But
And yes, Kavya, please go on.
no, 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 yeah.
No, Devi Priya mentioned something about uniqueness, that she had a uniqueness in her writing that her friends discovered, and then they asked her to write more. And what do you think is your uniqueness or selling point? Like, what do you think is
Let me not
important?
talk in the yeah, in the marketing side. Let me tell you, my language is the layman's language. I don't use bombastic words. I don't believe in it, because you have nobody uses simple language. Everybody thinks that, okay, if this person is a writer, then he or she is an intellectual, and you can find so many words in it. Many of them will not understand. See, first of all, at this generation, when you have so many communication media, everybody would enjoy viewing it. Okay, but the real challenge lies when you make the people read it, and common people, the layman, should read it. That is my target, my wish. And that's why you can, if you get a chance to read my book, please read it. You will find out that the language is very simple, and I only spoke simple and usual stuff. I think most of them do not notice it. That's what. So I
De-
feel that
de-
that's my
Definitely, that's
uniqueness.
something that I noticed, that your writing was very relatable, like to every person like who reads it. It's not something that you start reading it and then sleep off like as soon
Uh,
as you start. It was not like that. So
yes.
it's something unique. Yes. And Kavya, what do you think is your uniqueness?
Okay, my uniqueness, I would say, like, it's envisioning my clients' ideas. Like, that's very important for an interior designer. Yes, I, I mean, like, I had to learn softwares. I had to like gain knowledge every day, like, to bring up that uniqueness. Yes. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
I think you
that's
kept yourself open. Yeah. So to
yeah, only if interior designers, they should be in a position to understand what the
Yeah,
the
that's the
customers, their clients feel. And yeah, you have
end of
to
the day, they are going to invest so much of money on their home. End of the day, they should be happy with what has come out. So,
yes,
like, I think, like, I'm good in envisioning. I'm good in understanding my customers or clients' need. Yes.
need yeah, it's understood.
and
True.
Alex,
Yeah,
what's your point on uniqueness?
uniqueness, dude. Uniqueness works very different. I think media, because you'll have to talk to yourself. I think that's my uniqueness. I talk to myself because every day you get your makeup done and you go stand for a shot, and you're not gonna play you. You're gonna play a
Yes. Yes.
commissioner, or you're gonna play someone else, right? Like, that is itself is unique for me. So I'm overwhelmed with the uniqueness now. I don't want to be unique anymore. It works different. I believe that uniqueness for me in my life is I stay very happy with my family. I find every art to be a quality one. I find that, make a joke or try to live, even if I fight, and it has to be a good quality one, or not rubbish or bad one, right? And then there's this part of calming down, and like pushing up the volcano down and saying it to cool. That every part I live very happily. I make sure that, as Kavya said, it's the quality, right? Like, she explained about how happily she does her work, and how Devi Priya, how happy she writes. And I think the same way they live, அவங்களோட
Mm.
Yes.
வாழ்க்கையும் அதில்
Yes.
அஃபெக்ட் ஆகும், பயங்கரமா வாழ்க்கை அதோட செட் ஆகும், பிகாஸ்
Definitely.
happy na passion. My uniqueness is like we live very happily, and if it's fight, it's very bad. But it's again calming down is, it's so also a happy meal which I eat every day. So Not
Yes,
everywhere.
I think all of you find uniqueness in different things. As in,
Yeah.
most importantly, the same everybody does is that you accepting and knowing your uniqueness, what you're unique at, like, and accepting that. Okay, when somebody says, okay, you do this good, it's not like, okay, might be it's their opinion. No, just trying to take in what they say and then accepting that as your uniqueness. I think that's as well as more important.
Yeah,
And
all the points I would like to add one more. Like all the points which our people discuss now is like one person making them into a pro level, a professional level, or even getting that soulful feeling of whatever they do. Like they're gonna grow so heavy now in like future. Like we all are gonna grow. So I think that's the unique way of life. The entire structure is a unique structure, right?
yes,
To a
yes,
daily job. So whatever we
Yeah.
do now is itself is unique.
yes,
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 yes. Apart from all our everyday schedules, we still sit for our time, for our space, and we carry forward with our passion. That itself is a
Is a
unique
unique.
character. Not
Exactly.
everybody do that. Not many people do that. Some people, they just corner themselves with their household stuff, with their
yes.
they just get into that coop, which they shouldn't do that. You have to find a my time, and you will have to carry forward yourself in improving. That's
Definitely.
very important. So
Yeah,
I
I
think that
think.
we're all unique in that way.
Yeah, definitely. As Kavya mentioned, envisioning and being ready to be open, like, for what comes. And as Alex said, like, being present at the moment, as in, like, enjoying whatever you're doing, like, being happy with whatever you do, and improvising, as Devi Priya said, like, what you did, and then improving every small mistakes or critiques that you get. That's as well, like, most important for a creative person, and the uniqueness that you have. So this this is a skeptical question, I would say, but still, like, most important. So, do we communicate our uniqueness or our selling point enough to people? Sometimes we know that we are very good at something that we do, but we don't communicate. As in, as an author or a writer, you should, I mean, Devi Priya, like, she
Mm,
wrote her book. And for example, we would have to Kavya to some point to think that, okay, should I get into this interior designing again after all that happened? So these kind of things, that do we communicate enough to other people what we are good at, or what we are doing, and things like that? Are we advertising or marketing ourselves good? So as Alex, I mean, Alex mentioned that that's the most important thing or uniqueness that he has. So I think, like, he could speak a lot about that. What do you think?
yeah, I think he has a good experience.
Selling point. Are we communicating? We have something called auditions in our
Your industry,
Yeah.
industry.
yes.
We like go
Mm,
and perform and show them. But if you ask me, the amount of auditions, is it equally the same percentage of amount of people who are trying? No, it's not going to be balanced at all. Uh, After the social medias come,
mm,
people have started presenting themselves into a different structure. Like they have this full time job and all, Instagram. And no, that's not marketing ourselves. I think being what we are, not running for in any shortcut or a long cut or a wormhole. Don't jump into anything and just follow where you wanted to project yourself. uh, எனக்கு நான் லைஃப்ல நடந்தது சொல்றேன். நான் தேவையில்லாத இடத்துல தான் நிறைய வாட்டி ட்ரை பண்ணியிருக்கேன். தேவையான இடத்த விட்டுட்டு தேவையில்லாத இடத்துல தான் நான் நிறைய வாட்டி ட்ரை பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அண்ட் நிறைய பேரோட வாழ்க்கையில அந்த மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். எப்போ நம்ம போய் கரெக்டான இடத்துல ட்ரை பண்றோமோ லாக் ஆயிடும், ஒர்க் ஆகும். அதுக்கப்புறம் there's no problem, you know where to try. And I
Yeah,
that's the way it worked for me. If correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
yeah, definitely. As well, speaking up where you should speak, as in, like, sometimes I don't know, like, you don't know, like, if you're selling yourself enough when you need and where you need. Situation and time as
Exactly.
well matters. So
Exactly.
what do you think about it, the other
uh,
two?
yeah, selling point. It's actually a very tough question. I'm finding it really like a math question. But okay. Yeah, I hate maths. Yes.
Me too.
So see, first of all of us are very creative. I think the three of us, let it be Alex or let it be Kavya or myself, three of us are very creative, and our creativity we exhibit it in our platform, in our respective platform. But I think when we exhibit itself, that is the place where we are selling it. I mean, that itself is marketing. Okay. And yes, of course, not many people recognize it. I don't say they are they are blind, but I think it's not our mistake as well. It's not that we are not attractive enough to pull everybody's attention. It's not like that. But I think we can use many platforms like Facebook or Instagram to push our talents. I feel that we haven't communicated much because we it's not that how to இப்போ வந்து வேணும்ட்டே நம்ம வந்து நம்மள வந்து இல்ல இட்ஸ் நாட் பிகாஸ் வி ஆர் ஷை அண்ட் ஆல். யாரும் இங்க ஷை கிடையாது. ஷையா இருக்கிறவங்களால சாதிக்க முடியாது. ஸோ நம்ம வந்து செய்யறோம். அதுக்கு இன்னும் பாப்புலாரிட்டி கிடைக்கணும்னா அதுக்கு நம்ம இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் எஃபர்ட்ஸ் போடலாம். லைக் புஷிங் ஆர் செல்ஃப் இன் இந்த ஃபேஸ்புக் மாதிரி இந்த இதுல தட்ஸ் வாட் ஐ ஃபீல்.
I mean, yes, definitely. I mean, nobody is shy, as in like they should speak up for themselves. That's exactly right. And as in, it's not more about like if they are selling them enough. Sometimes, like they get lost into what they are doing, and then they are super excited about what they do, and then they forget that they have to as well make it a living, or they forget what they started it for. What is, and Kavya, I think recently,
that is what I just wanted to mention that is what is happening in my case. Yes, it's a realization moment, spark moment for me. Yes, like, do I communicate? No, most of the time I'm lost in my own happiness, in my own passion, that I don't communicate. Yes.
But I think you have started posting Instagram, Facebook, as Devi Priya said, like, so
yes,
this is
that
becoming...
I have started. But that itself is that's a different genre. Like marketing is itself a different genre. Like that is which is not your passion. So you're not able to put your 100% on that marketing section. Yes, I find it stressful actually, like, because that is not what I wanted to do. So like when I have to market my business or thing or to communicate, when I want to communicate what I'm doing to the others, that is becoming a kind of pressure to me. Yes,
definitely. This is something that I have myself experienced as well. As in, I mean, I am a person who thinks that, okay, my work speaks for me. No, your work doesn't speak for you. You have to speak for yourself. So that's something that I learned like very late. I think that's as well, like which Kavya said, that it's a spark moment when you realize that, okay, you have to write about it, you have to speak about it, you have to showcase or exhibit what you do. So that's something that
I think that's where we need to understand what is the medium now, right? Like being a filmmaker, it's been literally 10 years now. We have seen films in a different way, but we'll have to adapt to the industry, or we'll have to adapt to this technology every bit now and then. I'll have to literally download Zoom now. I had no Zoom. I had literally download Zoom now. So I think there has to be learnings constantly about technologies too, if we need to understand our industry and exhibit ourselves in a right way. தன்னைத்தானே பயங்கரமா ப்ரொமோஷன் பண்ணிட்டு 10 மில்லியன் வியூஸ் இருக்கிறது ஐ திங்க் ப்ரொமோஷனான்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. பட் ஐ திங்க் you see great rappers, you see great sports persons, they have very few to say, but they'll have a huge volume of followers. It's just the work speaks before the exhibition. Work and then exhibit. That's the right balanced way to do. I think we all are working. As Ramya said, your work will speak one day. Maybe not now, maybe not today, but one day it's going to speak heavy, so huge, loudly.
That's because all of us are in a budding stage. yes, of course, this is not gonna be the end. One day we will be recognized. I think we are on the journey of being recognized. நான் அதுதான் ஃபீல் பண்றேன். இப்ப நீங்களும் வந்து ஒரு பட்டிங் ஆக்டர், யூ ஹவ் given n number of auditions. உங்களுக்கு 10 years தான் நீங்க இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில இருக்கீங்க. You would have seen so many things. அந்த மாதிரி என்ன சொல்றது, எல்லாருமே அந்த இன்னைக்கு இப்படி இருக்கோம்னா இட்ஸ் இஸ் நாட் கான, இதுதான் நம்மளோட கடைசின்றது கிடையாது. இது இஸ் நாட் தி எண்ட்ன்றது இல்ல. யூ வில் மூவ் ஃபார்வர்ட். தட்ஸ் வாட் இட் இஸ். ஈவன் என்னோட காவ்யா மேமோடதா இருக்கட்டும், எவ்ரிபடி வந்து அவங்களோட இப்போ எப்படி இருக்கும், எங்களால இது பண்ண முடியல, அது ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருந்தாலும் it's not gonna, it's just this too shall pass. அதான், it's just a phase. இதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம அடுத்தது என்னன்ற, so அதுதான். when let me tell you one incident. என்னோட புக் பப்ளிஷ் ஆன அந்த நிமிஷம் என்ன சொல்றது, I was very happy. I was like, I was flying. அதான் சொன்னேன், I was flying. And when everybody congratulated, அதெல்லாம் பியூட்டிஃபுல்லா இருந்துச்சு. Again, அங்க எனக்கு ஒரு small pressure I felt. The pressure was that I have to give better book than this. So such a situation, anga I had okay, next I have to give a better book, I have to write more, I have to, and there were so many conditions எல்லாம் I felt. அதெல்லாம் வந்து அதெல்லாம் stages. I think அந்த stages எல்லாம் நம்ம தாண்டி வரும்போ, and when you look back you will feel that okay, you've been a strong fighter and you have become successful ன்ற மாதிரி we'll feel. That's what.
Yeah. So Kavya, you wanted to say something, is it? No. Okay. So I think definitely, as Alex said, work should speak first, and as like your happiness is important more than money. And then if you want to pursue a career out of what you're passionate about, I think as well, definitely you have to speak for your work. And the most important thing, that when we pursue career as a like what we are passionate about, we will not be forced to work. We will be happy to do what we do, you know. And I think nobody can stop you or like force you to do something, as in like that will go as a flow, as in like you will be able to communicate better with your readers, with your clients, with like the people, audience watching your shows, or like who you're communicating with. The communication flow is much better when you do something that you're passionate about.
Yes, of course, yes. Because we give our heart and soul, and we do that. And I'm sure the love is found in our work. Definitely. And I'm sure the receiving end will also enjoy it. Let it be the readers, or let it be the viewers who watch people. So I think when you do things with love, you will receive the reciprocation. Yes, of course, it will take time. Yes. But it will go forward. That's what.
Yeah, definitely it will not pay off at the moment, but I think it will pay off one day, like you will be recognized. Yeah. Yes. And yes, Kavya, please.
Yeah, well, success is not always like what you have accomplished. It is about what you feel about your accomplishments. So like we should not get influenced with what others think about our life. Yes, we should not like think, okay, maybe like I'm not earning much, so maybe like an எல்லாரும் ஒரு மாதிரி it is not like அடுத்தவங்களுக்கு நம்ம சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா தெரியுறோமா அப்படின்றது இல்ல. So
and I would like to add one. Those were days where ஒரு biology class or maths class you could relate to the Devi, so ஒரு maths class it will be like a science fiction movie which you don't understand, like a physical knowledge and everything. All of a sudden someone asks you a question and then you're like blank. I seriously don't know, dude. So your career shouldn't be that, you should know what you're doing. Imagine every day you wake up and the first thought you get is like, today I'm going to do this something interesting, dude. Like that, அது வரங்க, அது ரொம்ப பெரிய வரம். அது உங்களுக்கு அதுக்குள்ளேயே உங்களை நீங்க தள்ளிக்கோங்க. You are work for it. So be excited about every day. It's going to be funful. When you complete a project, it's going to be like, wow, dude, I'm going to see the result. That's going to be so fun. There's going to be this writing coming out, man. You need to read that and enjoying that content, right? Enjoying the content. To be relatively saying, David, when you write about something emotional, you cry. And
Yeah,
if
we have
someone
to
is
be
crying,
sensuous.
and someone's crying, you'll be happy. Because you make them cry, because we know the emotions, and that's the same way it works, right? When she's going to design something, a masterpiece, where she'll have the stages and she'll have a definite masterpiece in future, right? Kavya will be. So once you accomplish that, and people are going to look at it and say the wow, and that's what we are going to do on the stage. It's like a game, and we're going to work without our concentration getting it here or there, right? It's like a PlayStation game, and we have so good content. அந்த மாதிரி உருவாக்கி வச்சுக்கணும் நம்ம. அப்படி இல்லைன்னா that's not going to work.
Definitely. Yeah. I definitely agree. Like so I think your creativity is stimulated automatically with your happiness and interest, like when you do that.
Exactly.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
And
Every
yes, please stay clear.
no, அதாவது every new day it's new. எல்லா விஷயமே நியூவா இருக்கும், புதுசா இருக்கும். And when it is new, you feel fresh and you will feel more creative. எப்படி சொல்றது, புதுசா வந்து we'll see things. இப்போ ஒரு நாள் you see the phone, ஒரு போனை பாக்குறோம், அந்த போன் வந்து இட்ஸ் நார்மல் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. ஆனா நம்ம அந்த போன்ல வந்து கொஞ்சம் இமேஜினேஷன்ஸை கலந்து பார்க்கும்போ அது இன்னொரு புது லுக் கொடுக்கும். ஸோ அந்த இமேஜினேஷன்ஸை போடுறதுதான் கிரியேட்டிவிட்டி. ஓகேங்களா? வந்து so that's what. ஸோ எல்லாமே ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் நம்ம அதை நினைக்கிறதுலதான் இருக்கு. வே வி திங்க் வி சி இட் மேட்டர்ஸ். தட்ஸ் வாட்.
ஐயோ இதுக்கு போகணுமா அப்படின்னு மார்னிங் தோணுச்சுன்னா you're not in the right career, dude. ஐயோ இன்னைக்கு போகணுமா dude அப்படின்னு நம்ம யோசிக்கவே கூடாது. It has to be usual. It has to be like instant happy-ஆ இருக்கலாம். Oh, I'm going to do this today. And sometimes 5:30க்குலாம் முழிப்பு வந்துருங்க. Imagine no one is going to pick you up or alarm, no, nothing. Your instincts brings you up. It says that dude, 5:30க்கு அலாரம் வச்சிருக்கேன், 4:30க்கு எந்திரிச்சு செக் பண்ணு 5:30க்கு அடிக்குமா இல்லையா. That kind of excitement. So why can't you live with that every day? Like find a project, live for it. Maybe take a sober days. ஒரு மாசம் வெளியே சுத்த போங்க, calm yourself down and come and work again. I think work has to be more interesting than your vacation, right?
Yes.
End of the life, like you should be happy that you did something for yourself every day. Yes. You
that
at least try. At least you may be successful or not, but you should be happy that you tried to be happy every day for yourself. Yes.
Exactly. Maybe a kalla barfi can be a very good, a stimulant for you. Get out of all the negativities. You never know. You have to try that. You'll have to understand this is going to give me some happiness. That's all. It's all mindset again.
கண்டிப்பா. ஆமா.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of insight from all you guys. Like really, I think everybody of us took something from each of us, like that sparked us, like okay,
definitely.
this is how it should be, and things like that. So I think it was a really great session.
It started looking like Sadhguru talks now, dude.
No, it was more of a self-boosting or like encouragement session.
Encouragement session. Yes.
Yeah, I'm very sure that the people who watch us our video later, and as well the people who joined, the participants, like would be like really boosted, and they will have like a power packed, and I mean the ones who are pursuing their career, so could be that it's a motivation for them to keep doing what they do even when they don't have any recognition or so once they are still hesitant about starting their passion, that this will be a boost for them to go start it. So definitely I think like you people like increased or gave a full power packed session for the audience and the viewers, like for who cannot watch now can view the recorded session later. I think I'm done with my questions mostly, and I also see that there are no much questions, like no questions from the participants, so we are good to go. So I think it was a very, very interesting session from all of you, as in like it's a lot to think and process, and the thoughts for our life, I think so thanks a lot for your time, all three of you. It was like very, very interesting speaking with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Kavya.